What type of visits exist for primary care? Traditionally, this was a rather simple answer: face-to-face office appointments. Over the last few years, though, different options have become available, including telephone and video visits. The COVID 19 pandemic has further accelerated the push for virtual care, namely telephone and video visits. In terms of telephone visits, the expectation is that you will conduct the visit very similar to a face to face visit, with the exception of the ability to examine the patient. But you will take a HPI, you will review their social, their family history, their medications, their past medical history. Potentially, the patient may even have a home blood pressure or pulse ox or heart rate monitor, so you may be able to get vital signs. And then you'll come up with an assessment and plan. If labs are needed, you will have the potential of sending them in for a separate visit, and then you will put in any referrals. Video visits. There are two main options for conducting video visits. The first is the VA's own system, and let me show you how to use that very briefly. So, if a patient has a video visit, you will get an email with a link to click on. So, you will click on that link, and this will load up in Safari. You can leave your name as is, or you can change it, and you will hit connect. You can test out your microphone and your camera, and then you can hit start. This brings you into the room where you will have the visit with your patient. If your patient is in the room, their name will show up over here. Obviously, this is not a real visit, so I'm the only participant. Once the patient arrives, their name will show up here on the side, and their picture will show up as well. There's also a chat box, so you could write them if for whatever reason they weren't able to hear you. You could say, "This is not working. I will call you." Hopefully that's not the case, but this allows you to type in there as well. So that is the VA's version of the video visit. If for whatever reason that is not working, my backup plan has been to use the Doximity video app, which is very easy. Probably most of you have already downloaded Doximity, and there has been a dialer option for a while, which has allowed you to enter any number, and so it makes it look like you're calling from that number. I enter the VA's number. They very recently added a video option, which allows you to type in the patient's phone number, and it will send them a text message. In that text message, they will simply click on the link, and it'll bring them directly the onto into the room. And so you will have basically it's essentially a secure FaceTime. And during the pandemic, the VA has approved using the Doximity video app. They are still encouraging you to try to use their system first, but if you try for a few minutes and you're not able to get it to work, I do encourage you to switch over to the Doximity video app.